Alright, we're back, guys. So, I was having a shit, because I'm always shitting, and they decided to start the game because Bestnoob actually turned up. So there you go, we got the first match between Shroom and Bestnoob. Pretty good random for Bestnoob, honestly. He's got the Chaos Sorcerer, but a little bit weird to go for the double CSM. I mean, I kind of get it. Obviously, tanky melee hero Warlock is a bit of a cunt, but I don't know. I feel like you can generally avoid him well enough. It's not necessary. Man, this is so... Oh, he was going for the knockback, but he didn't get it. It's only 50% chance in Elite. They trade heroes right next to one another. Fucking hell. Look at that XP gain for the Sorcerer. Oh, that's kind of huge. That's sad. The Warlock got barely any, but the Sorcerer has obviously inflicted all the damage on that Warlock. Got shitloads of XP, and that's a big deal because he's a teleporting hero. He wants that XP to keep teleporting with the energy. Now, Shroom doesn't really have any map control, which is pretty shit for him. Fucks up his micro here. He should obviously have gone around the back, so the CSM bolters wouldn't have done all that damage. So that was a bit of a fail. I don't know why the Dire Avengers are even here, to be honest. They should just go off and start capping. He's invested loads into this Warlock, but it's not really paying off. I guess the 2 CSM is fine. It's countering the Warlock investment. My doggo's barking because there's still shitloads of fireworks, which is very frustrating. Fireworks are pissing me off recently, man. Okay, so Bestnoob's backing off. He doesn't have a lot of HP on the CSM. This squad in particular is obviously going to be dropping models very quickly when a couple of rangers shoot him. Bruce is using this range stance Warlock quite a lot. I don't really know how I feel about it. You can see the aspiring champion Heretics here are doing really well. Just holding back the Warlock. Sure, the Warlock's getting a little bit of XP, a tiny amount of lead, but this is a big investment in the Warlock. 65 power, and all it did was kill 4 Heretics. Like, come on, that's not really worth it. Rangers are tickling the Raptors. They must have had their range resist there. They only took 45 damage from that ranger shot. That's nothing. Not when they got 1,050 in the squad. And then one of the rangers has actually been sent to cap because Shroom just has so few units at the moment to cap. He's trying to pull Bestie away so he can't get the he can't get as much map control, but it's, I don't know. It is working. He's obviously dedicating his entire army to chase these Banshees, which is amazing for Shroom. It gives him the opportunity to try and get some map control. But I don't know what he's doing. Like, he still doesn't have any map. Well, what are these Rangers and Dire Avengers been doing the whole time? Why are these Dire Avengers not like fleeting forward to get a cap? They don't even achieve anything. Got no map control from that Banshee bullshit. These Rangers would have been unhindered anyway. So I don't really know what he's doing here. Now the Warlock's in a better position this time. There's not as many aspiring champion Heretics. Does lose a lot of HP there, just sort of walking forward and not attacking anything. Ooh, he just snag a Raptor model, and he looks like he should live. Should do. Yeah, the Sorcerer's not chasing. Doombot goes out, only takes out one Guardian, which is pretty decent. Shroom's actually gone for a bloody Shuriken. His Bestie is now going for tier 2. I think this is an amazing spot for Bestie. Really, really good spot for him. Instant special by the Sorcerer. Knocking over the Shuriken. He is getting knocked over now, though, by the Merciless Switchblade Warlock. He needs to be very careful. That can easily turn into chain knockback with the Banshees, and even with teleport, that ain't going to save you, because you can't teleport when you're on your ass. Yeah, honestly, Bruce, I think double Eternal War is actually pretty good. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for it. It is quite a sizable damage increase when you've got 2 CSM, and then you combine it with the damage of the time of the Flame Sword, you can start getting retreat wipes pretty easily. It's really good against IG. Bleeding Cashions and all that bollocks. So it's kind of changed now, and honestly Shroom has decent map control. It's definitely possible for him to come back to this. The main thing that worries me for Shroom is he's got so few VPs. This is quite an easy map to win on VPs. This one's really easy to ninja, as is this, but it's also easy to hold the center one and the top one at the same time, so you can definitely do a VP based strategy at this point if you're in Bestnoob's position. Get a Blood Crusher out, because you've got the VP lead, you've got the tech lead as well, and just play the VP game. You don't even need to win the combat. But we'll see what Shroom can do to counter it. Shuriken right here shuts down the double CSM completely, so that's a great little win for him. Ticks down bottom can't really be stopped easily. I guess the Warlock can go down. He might be able to solo them if you rotate the Warlock to hit the aspiring champion. He is level 2, so yeah, he will proc special still against the ticks, and if you... That'll really, really hurt the ticks. Yeah, Orcs. They do struggle against the Eternal War CSM. Because Orcs in general do tend to wipe quite easily in Tier 1 if they commit to fights. And that's what's good about the Eternal War. It's just such decent damage spike for the cost of it that it's really good at wiping enemy squads. It's hard to predict as well because you get used to the damage of CSM without it, and then suddenly when they get it, it's just hard to mentally account for it. Like, the muscle memory isn't there, so it's easy to overextend and lose your squad. Especially because it increases the melee damage as well, which is very hard to account for. Looks like a decent position here for Bestie. He's just going to wait for the Blood Crusher to come in, though. He doesn't want to commit the Raptor jump. Wise decision, really. There's no reason to do that and potentially lose a model to the Banshees when your Blood Crusher is going to be there in a few seconds. Good map control for Shroom, though. He doesn't have any red for some reason. I wonder what he's been spending his red on. Oh, he's got one gate. Fair enough. That'll probably be it, because he's not too far off another gate. That'll help. This is a good map for gates. Ooh, bad jump there for the Raptors. Merciless Switchblade Warlock and the Banshees. Even though he had the Aspiring Champion with his shield up, you can't get rid of that Warlock, because you can't knock back him away. Terrible position. Okay, he needs to be careful not to lose a Shuriken. He does retreat that out. The Banshees and the Warlock are going to tango with the CSM. Does he get a model? No. But that's fine. They're going to be in base now, healing for a long time, so that's sorted. What's happening? He's going for a Falcon. Shuriken actually hides in the Webwood gate. The Blood Crusher could have took out the Webwood gate there, but he doesn't want to risk it. He's obviously seen that Bestnoob has seen that Shroom is in tier 2 because of the Exarch coming in. He's going to go for the Falcon. I think Falcon's quite risky, honestly, against the Sorcerer. So easy for him to just use things like Sigil of the Rift and teleport Plague Marines behind you, and then to chase your Falcon with teleporting Havocs as well. Oh, he's going to snag the kill on the Warlock, though, which is a big pickup. He was a real nuisance for him. Bit sloppy from Shroom there, really. He should have known that the threat of the Sorcerer was around and not allowed his Warlock to get so low. Not the best position here. He does retreat out, which is good. He didn't want to bleed any models, and he doesn't. Now the Falcon can dissuade any sort of Gen Bash. What's up top here? Is this the Rangers? Rangers are on a lot of capping duty at the moment, but I guess that's a good thing. They're only 6 pop, remember. So even though this roster seems very full, let's look at the pop. 65 pop for Shroom and 78 pop for Bestnoob, even though Shroom has an extra unit and a superior vehicle. And that's the power of the Rangers there, only being 6 pop. Super low upkeep value. Let's look at the economy. 239 for Shroom, who has an extra rec point. So it's about equal in terms of upkeep. Interesting. Okay. So we see the Bright Lance upgraded now. Fucking Falcon doesn't seem to be wanting to shoot. Needs to be very careful with the Falcon here. What's he doing? Why is he getting it so close? Bit brazen. The Heavy Bolt of Havoc is actually really, really useful here. Ooh, nice kinetic pulse to counter it, though. He doesn't want to fight this with the Banshees. Get inside the Falcon. Don't fight Raptors on Dark Flames. Retreat nade, retreat nade. Nope. Might not even need it. Falcon's doing huge damage. Oh, one more hit from the Warlock takes the kill on the Raptors. And we still don't see any upgrades yet. So will the Havocs be able to get a wipe here? They're leading so many Banshee models, but he just reinforces and then jumps in the Falcon. Bestnoob has to make a play now. He's not in the best of positions, but he is still open VPs. He might get a snag on the Warlock here if Shroom's not careful. Shroom needs to get out of here really quick. Okay. He's going to lose it because the Sorcerer... No, the Sorcerer can't jump. He's too low. Dude, what is your Falcon doing? Keeps driving it forward with its arse. Okay, so we see the Havocs have now upgraded to their las cannon, Mark of Siege. It's obviously going to threaten the Falcon. And whilst that was a big win taking out the Raptors there, Shroom bled fucking loads, man. He lost an Exarch on the Banshees. I didn't see if he had one on the Guardians, but they lost loads of models. He also... What did he lose? He's lost a Ranger at some point. I don't know where he lost the Ranger. Maybe up top, but... At some point he lost the Ranger, so his capping is really diminished right now, which is not good. Oh wow, there's a lot of distance still for the last cannon to finish off this Falcon. He's going to do it. Oh my god, that's such a throw. What was he doing? Why did he drive it up so close? He knew there was a Havoc on the field. That was very poor. Very poor. Because the thing is, even if he didn't kill it there and the Falcon backed out here, he'd have probably still lost the Falcon because the Sorcerer just teleports up and warps the Havoc forward. You've got to be so careful with your units against the Sorcerer. Takes out the Guardians as well. I think Shroom's thrown it. Well, I mean, it was never super secure for him, but that was his chance when he wiped the Raptors there. He was bringing himself back into the game. Now he's fucked. Map controls just going to swap completely to Bestnoob's hands. Has he even got Eternal War yet? He hasn't gone for Eternal War yet. Interesting. Oh, I don't know what he can do, really. Cheers for the raid, Zulu. I'm not really familiar with your stream. Were you streaming Dawn of War 2 or something else? But to anyone joining, this is the Elite League. And we're in the playoffs, which is essentially the final. We do like a round-robin group stage first, and then we get to the finals, which are they're a single elimination best of 5. This is the quarterfinals. The winner of this will actually be fighting me shortly for the semi-finals event. But we are only in game 1. So that might be quite some time yet, depending on how well the players play. I see some Fire Dragons coming out now. I mean, I like the idea, but I just don't know what he's going to do, really. With Bestnoob having both the tech advantage and this significant VP advantage, I'm not sure that there's really enough time to get anything done with it. I respect Shroom not giving up, though. If you've got the mental fortitude, then that's definitely what you should do. Sometimes, though, it is better to just X out of a game when you know you're getting beaten and you know that you're starting to tilt. On the other hand, if you've got really good mental fortitude, just never X out of the game, even when you're getting wrecked, because to be honest, it's going to fatigue your opponent and there's a good chance you'll frustrate them. Yeah, they have definitely nerfed knobs. Quite a lot, to be honest, since vanilla. Frenzy, for example, doesn't even give full damage resistance anymore, and it's shorter duration, so it's not as good against suppression. Bit of an awkward fleet of foot away for the Banshees here. Got really split up and then ended up dropping a model to the bolters of the CSM. He's going to go for the push. Has he got any War Gears? He's getting Heart of Darkness. I don't really like that though. I'd have gone with Enhance to buff the Fire Dragons. Give him a bit more hope against this Blood Crusher. What's Bestie going for though? Is he actually going to go for like a Great and Clean one? Great and Clean one, it would obviously just end this instantly. As you say, Wingblade, he could go for a tank or Terminators. Either would work really. I mean, with Fire Dragons out, I don't know, I probably, to be honest, in Bestnoob's situation, I'd just save up for a Great and Clean one, not going to lie. I'm not sure about the Chaos Predator. It seems kind of risky. I mean, you've got 2 hard AV units on the field. You've got Bright Lance and Fire Dragons. But obviously the Bright Lance is immobile and Fire Dragons are really short range, so it is possible. He's got a bigger army anyway, so it should be fine. You can just like teleport the Sorcerer onto the Bright Lance or use Sigil of the Rift, and then you just send the Blood Crusher to tie up the Fire Dragons. What's going to kill a tank? Nothing. He's getting a Wraith Lord though, so Shroom has options. He does. He's not capping mid. He's just got no map control. This is the problem, and he's bleeding so much each fight, whereas Bestie isn't. Yeah, he just doesn't have the manpower. He's getting pushed off in all directions. There's not really much you can do about it. Needs to turn off his energy shield so it regens some energy. He's kind of wasting it right now. Don't really need it on against Havocs. Does deny the decap, but now he sees the Predator. Mark of Khorne Predator. Extra speed, 75% extra damage from its bolters, 25% more damage on the main cannon. He's going to drop the Warlock here as well. He's probably just thinking to himself in that moment, oh fucking hell, a Predator, what the hell am I going to do against that? He should have known it was coming though. But with a Blood Crusher here as well, and Mark of Zinch Havocs, don't know what he can do, to be honest. Microzinch Havocs aren't setting up, and Shroom is aware of their existence. He sends the Banshees over. They're going to wipe the Havocs. Tank is just doing way too much damage, though, man. Way too much damage. Yeah, he's going to drop the Wraith Lord. He shouldn't have been attacking the Crusher. He should have just kept chasing the Predator. It's easier said than done in a fight like this, where there's loads of shit going off. Even a demonic summoning from the Sorcerer. Besides, to be honest, Sorcerer could have just teleported away and then warped the tank. He does have the red for it, so I feel like he was kind of screwed anyway, because then he's obviously hard committed to trying to kill the tank with the Wraith Lord. Just teleport the tank away with Sorcerer Global, finish it off with the Blood Crusher. Shroom has actually got the VPs down very, very low, nearly stabilizing the VPs here. Does actually have a 2-0 cap at the moment. So I guess it is possible for him to do this. If he can snipe the Blood Crusher as well, he'll be in a great spot. Because let's face it, all the Bestnoob has right now, ticks and basic CSM. The CSM don't even have Eternal War. Nor do they have Aspiring Champions. Okay, he's getting one Aspiring Champion now. He's getting both. That's going to be all of his power though. Bestnoob has lost his gem farm a long time ago. He's only got plus 25 income. Which is actually quite decent. He does own 3 power nodes on the map. So that's helping him a lot. Yep, this is game 1, Tenso. Orbital Bombardment got a buff as well, Zulu. The range at which you can drop the free beams is like triple what it used to be in retail. It was so bad. You had to drop them right next to one another, which was just, it was awful. But now it's really quite large. Like, if you select here, you'd probably get like all this area to choose your other orbital bombardment positions. So it's really good at like blowing up entrenched positions. Because you can like blow up turret, shrine, turret, you know. Yeah, I don't think he can do it. He's lost his ranges. Can't really get the decap either. Blood Crusher can even charge now to knock him away. Yeah. It was a good game. Ended up way closer than I expected it would, to be honest. There you have it. Oh shit, Bestie's actually randomed the Demon Hunter against Chaos Lord. Oh, this is an awful matchup. So classic meta says that if you go double Aspiring Champion Heretics into Raptors, you'll smash it. The Order Malleus. It's so hard to counter. I will say, I think out of all the heroes, Chaos Lord is probably the easiest. There is one thing that the Chaos Lord does really good in this matchup, and that is getting his Combi Bolter and bleeding the hell out of your IST. These guys are expensive. They're like Guardians in cost, and they've only got the same health. 100 per model. They die so fast to the Combi Bolter. Score is 0-1 to Bestie. So Bestie is 1 win up. Support structure. Can't be 0-0, can it, Innie? Because the first map is always Siwal. Okay. So we'll... I mean, what can he do to counter it? He can go for the Rift Tear Armor and Purgation. That's probably what he should do. You want to try and get your Sergeant upgrades as soon as possible, as soon as you see him having the Combi Bolter, so you don't bleed as much. Really lucky special there from the Chaos Lord. Does some good damage to the Strike Squad. Bit of a shit skill of the week. Demon Hunter can get him. Pardon me. Can get onto them. CSM and do some good damage. No, no, you don't want to go double strikes. No, no, no way. Do not go double strikes, because double Aspiring Champion ticks is just going to make them useless. That's such a heavy investment. Like, no, that's awful. Because then he can get, literally all he needs to go is like double CSM, double Aspiring Champion Heretics, and then double Blood Crushers. The double Blood Crusher mid-game against Order Malleus, there's not much they can do. So what you want to try and do as Order Malleus is elongate your tier 1 as long as possible, so you don't have to fight the Blood Crushers. Or so you can get as big an advantage as possible, so that you go into fighting the Blood Crushers with something like double fucking Dreadnoughts or something. You need a huge lead in tier 1. It's such a hard matchup. I'd probably have gone for Power Sword and the Rift armor with Purgation. Operatives are fine though, but you just got to be careful. You've got to micro well, because these guys can just get caught so easily by Aspiring Champion Heretics. I don't know what the Demon Hunter's doing in the building. He should be tying up his CSM. Wasting time, really. Got good map control early on. We do see the fast Raptors. I like to go Aspiring Champion first, so he's not gone for that. Oh, dude, nice Rift Tear. That was a good Rift Tear there. Loads of free damage onto the CSM, and now the Demon Hunter can actually get into melee. Forces them off. We've got AFK Heretics down here. Raptors do get the jumps, and now Stormtroopers need to get the fuck out of there. Bled 4. No, only 3 models. Man, the IST are the crux in this matchup. You just got to bleed them cunts as much as possible. So Strike Squad are getting their Tomes of Titan upgrade. This gives them 10% more health and 10% more melee damage. They will be able to tango with the Raptors at this point. Retreats out though, because I think this model had taken lots of hits, so he's probably going to bleed and then he'll lose the fight. I have not set up the bracket in E. I didn't even know I was going to be streaming. So we see the Combi Bolter. It's an obvious choice. Not only does it counter the Stormtroopers, it counters these annoying operatives as well. Anything light infantry is going to get destroyed by this thing. We see our first Aspiring Champion Heretic squad as well. Now they are bleeding to the IST, but the IST don't have any sergeants, so we'll see now. Watch this Chaos Lord be an absolute prick. Pretty lucky so far, not lost any models. Okay, there goes one. Should get another one. Oh no, he's overextended, he's gonna wipe! Oh, he's got the Power Sword as well. Oh no, Shroom, come on. That was so sloppy, what are you doing, mate? Strike Squad are gonna force off the Raptors here, especially with the fire support. We even see the Power Sword now on the Demon Hunter. I think Shroom is... I don't know, man, he's not playing great at all. That was very poor, let's face it. No Sergeants on the Stormtroopers yet. Prioritizing his operative upgrades and the Power Sword. Interesting. Now, one cool thing about the Demon Hunter's Power Sword, it's your typical 50 DPS power melee tier 1 weapon for 20 power, but it drains 6 energy from the opponents per hit and gives you 6 of that energy. So you can use it against the Chaos Lord, stop him from using Kill the Weak. Use it against the Raptors, stop him jumping around. If you counter-initiate the Raptors with the Power Sword Demon Hunter, they're not going to be able to get a second jump. So that's quite helpful. Operative's going to do some good burst damage down here. We are going to see the second Aspiring Champion Heretic coming in though. Rift Tear, let's see where it goes. Pretty decent Rift Tear, just delays the inevitable with ticks. Therefore he can retreat his Strike Squad out with no model losses. We do see Worship though. They're just going to chase the Operatives. Operatives driving him mad. Nice little retreat. Well, we might not see a fallback now because he did lose one of the operative models. Probably just wants to reinforce that. Quite surprised to see no sergeants, man. They reduce the bleed so much. I find them quite vital. Okay. CL's actually just in range stance. Energy burst comes down from the Strike Squad, lowering his energy, and then he's going to get lowered again because the Demon Hunter... Oh, he does just get enough for the Kill the Weak. He knew he was going to run out of energy anyway. Does take out a Strike Squad model, that's decent. Probably going to get an operative model now as well, but he needs to be careful. Yeah, Raptors might lose a model. This guy's probably dead. Oh, how is he alive? Oh, there we go. I was going to say... 4 Power Sword hits, many of which are on retreat. Oh, Demon Hunter needs to be careful. Okay. Still no sergeants, I guess. I don't know, Bestnoob's not interested in getting the sergeants. So we're seeing the power of this superior melee of Chaos. But Chaos is behind in tech. You just gotta think, if Shroom had 250 extra requisition from not losing the CL, how good of a position he'd be in. Here we go, the 2 Aspiring Champion Heretics can't be specialed. They need to get onto the Strike Squad. Lead a model off them, come on. No, he shouldn't be chasing. Oh, it's a horrible spot for the Strike Squad. Beautiful special from the Aspiring Champion. They're going to drop 2 models. Get this weak one out. Jesus, man, he's really playing with fire here. So he takes off 2 models from the strikes. Wow, he got them down to 9 HP. 9 HP. Another nice rift here. And we're seeing the Rhino from Bestie. Probably predicting the Blood Crusher. Probably going to go for a Las Rhino. It's pretty obvious, really, build. So damage coming in on the Raptors. Demon Hunter still here to counter-engage them. Ooh, needs to be really careful. God, if he retreated a second later and got knocked over by that kill of the week, he'd be dead. But he does, he gets out. He didn't take any bleed there, I don't think. Nope, none. Strike Squad are back out. A lot of bleed coming in here though, and Shroom does have superior map control. Uses the energy burst on the Chaos Lord, I like that. Draining his energy, stopping him from using future kill the weeks. Okay. Needs to get out. He sees the Rhino though. Shroom sees the Rhino, so he knows he's in tier 2. Do we see a Justicar coming in? I think the Justicar will be really helpful here. It doubles the damage of your banishment ability, which is obviously going to be very helpful against all these Aspiring Champion heretics. And it buffs the HP of all the Strike Squad models, and he has a power melee sword. So he makes the Strike Squad basically able to tango with the Raptors even when they get their Aspiring Champion.
Looks like our requisition flag upgrades understood.
Yeah, you're probably right, Wing. I would say this is quite a bad transport map. So the Rhinos won't be amazing on this. Shroom is going for Plague Marines. Wow. What? I find that odd. Even with the Rhino, I'd still get a Blood Crusher. I just think they're so good. The Lazarino barely out DPS's the heal from Worship. Like, I'm talking, it will out DPS it by a couple of DPS per sec, like a couple of damage per second. So how, 600 HP on a BC. What, you're gonna sit there for 5 minutes shooting it? It's horrible. But yeah, Bestie is not getting any investment in his Rhino yet because he hasn't seen what Shroom gets. Now when Shroom shows the Plague Marines, this is going to just become a heavy bolter and it's going to be a nightmare to deal with. The only AV he's got is the Raptors and the Plague Marines, and Strike Squad can initiate once they get their Justicar. Demon Hunter can initiate, counter-initiate, sorry, drain their energy. He's also got Plasma Gun upgrade, so Raptors are not in a great spot. They're going to take a lot of DPS in ranged.
Generator operational.
Get in there. Oh, rear armor hit though. Oh, this is bad. He's used Bloodlust as well, so these guys should be... Oh man, that did a lot of damage. Plague Marines aren't going to get the second shot off, but the Razor... Not the Razorback, it's still a Rhino. The Rhino's really isolated, basically. Oh, he misses his Plasma Overcharge. They're going to have enough energy for another jump soon. They get another jump. Are they going to kill it? What's happened down here? Oh, he's lost the Demon Hunter as well. The Strike Squad are just chasing this fucking Plague Marine squad. They've been doing it for ages. You can't get a melee charge when the Plague Marines are near you, so that's why they're like slowly catching up. Looks like the Rhino's going to survive for now. Maybe. He's going to get repairs down. Oh man, this is so risky. What is he doing? He's going to get a shot off. Drop. Wow. Okay, he gets the Rhino, but he lost his Demon Hunter. He lost a few models in his operatives. They need to be stuck in base for a while. Oh yeah, Tix did wipe. I didn't even notice. Shit. We do see the Justicar now in the Strike Squad. And the Heavy Bolter Rhino. So it is now a Razorback. You can see it absolutely minces that Chaos Lord. Okay, Blood Crusher is finally coming out. He does have some AV. He can use the Melter Bomb from the operatives. This is going to be really... It's going to be intense at this point. Bestie's probably going to be kicking himself for the Heavy Bolter upgrade, but it is what it is. He doesn't have a proper source of AV to take down this Blood Crusher. I mean, what are you going to get? Are you going to get another Rhino, make it Last Cannon? Are you going to get Purgation and make it Conversion Beamer? don't know. Let's see how the Strike Squad handle these Raptors. Throw off a smite and then just get out of there. They could probably beat them, honestly. Look at the HP on the fucking Strike Squad. 1,846. I think they could beat them. It'll be important which one of these two, the Raptors or the Strike Squad, gets to level 2 first. Because once one of them's level 2, the other can't special them. Specials do determine that fight. So we see Malignant Blindness. He's trying to get a snipe on the Rhino, obviously. If he snares it with the Plague Marines, he can finish it with the Blood Crusher. Bestnoob's not a fucking amateur, he's privy to that, he backs the fuck out. He's going for a second Rhino. So you'd have to assume that this Rhino is going to be a las cannon one. Let's look at the upkeep for each of these players. Because I see the Acolyte leaders on these Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. That makes them a lot of pop, and that causes a lot of upkeep. But at the moment, the map is... what is it? So you've got 2... oh, now it's even. So you've got 2 requisition points for each of them. And to be honest, they're pretty much equivalent in wreck income as well. So this is very even so far. Now, Bestnoob does have a sizable VP advantage. That could definitely play into things in the late game. Blood Crusher and Plague Marines are going for a gem bash. That is kind of a big deal. Bestnoob's economy is fairly well balanced. Not having power now is going to hurt him quite a lot. But he does still have the VP pressure.
Ready, it's captured.
Oh, we see fully upgraded Zeech Marines now with their plasma gun. See you later. Sent that fucking Justicar flying, but oh my god! Look at the plasma gun DPS. That's going to be wiped. Raptors are wiping. The Blood Crusher is snared, and now there's a las cannon Rhino. This is GG. Operatives running into melee to tie up the Plague Marines. Yeah, this is game over. Game over. He's going to lose the Blood Crusher. Strike Squad have got into melee with the Zeech Marines, negating them. Plasma Gun IST, do loads of damage. He's bleeding so many models. Blood Crusher goes down. Plague Marines are about to wipe. Strike Squad get into melee? Yeah, they're dead. GG.
None can stop the crusade of the...
That was probably one of the best matchups Shroom could have got. Very disappointing. Oh, here we go. So they've reversed the matchup from game 1 now. In game 1, Shroom lost to Bestnoob Sorcerer as the Warlock. Gonna change the music up a bit. I've been playing the same fucking EP for like an hour. So I expect to see the teleporting armor. It's amazing on this map. You just bounce in between here, bouncing, 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 bouncing. You're doing your warps and all that shit. But we'll see, we'll see. I like the multiple Dire Avengers. Or Guardians even. I think you need it against Sorcerer. The thing that makes the Warp Spider more niche is that he's really weak compared to Warlock or Farseer against Marine races. Warlock is pretty good against everything. Like, you can't say that Orcs counter the Warlock, you can't say that Nids can. You certainly don't say that Chaos or Space Marines do. But like APO on small maps will smash the Warp Spider Exarch. Where really Space Marines have no right beating Eldar. Oh my god, look at these Banshee specials, man. Specialing away the ticks And the Sorcerer. Oh my god, is he going to wipe the fucking CSM? So close. One more hit would have wiped the CSM. Seems like Shroom is kind of tilting as well at this point. I mean, that was frustrating, but it is what it is when you're fighting Banshees and you've got CSM nearby. He should have not let himself get in a position where Banshees were actually getting hits off on the CSM. Really good initial map control for Bestnoob. I know that Boss always says this map, whoever owns the mid owns the game. Because from the mid, you can easily take over all these areas as well. And then from here, if you already own the mid, you can defend it very easily as well. So both the Guardians are going down the contested VP side. See 2 gens for Bestie, 1 gen for Shroom. He's already got his Raptors out. So do we see any upgrades? Yeah. We've got a fully upgraded Warlock. Well, not fully, but for tier 1. 65 power invested into this Warlock. 3 Banshee models dropping. That was a pretty nice little engage there for Shroom. CSM are at too low HP. Can't actually take on the Guardians. Probably should have used the green cover. A bit sloppy again. Shroom's micro is not what it should be right now. We see these upgrades for the Warlock being countered by upgrades from the Sorcerer. It's obvious you're going to go for this. You're going to go for this no matter what the Eldar does. It's so strong. Doesn't really want to engage with the Raptors here against the Witchblade Robes Warlock. What is he doing? What? I don't understand what he's trying to do here. Did he just miss? You guys see that? He seemed to do a swing and just completely miss. Beautiful special from the Warlock. We do see coruscating Flame of the Raptors, but it's pretty inconsequential against only 1 model. I was unlucky that he got the special just before the shield ran out. He does actually manage to tag one of the Raptor models as well. I don't know about engaging that. It's kind of pointless. I guess there is a lot of VP pressure on, but I don't know. Don't see any aspiring champion heretics yet. We do see the warp armor coming in there, which makes sense. Looks like Bestnoob's going to go for some sort of fast tech. He's got more than enough income now to purchase a tier 1.5 unit if he desired it, but he's not. I find that interesting. I don't know how I feel about the fast tech on this map. I don't think it's very good. I think you want a heavy tier 1. We'll see how it does for him. Sorcerer's in an awful position here. Is he waiting for another teleport? Yeah, he is. That was fucking lucky, man. He could have got one knockback from a special from those Banshees, and the Guardians would have finished him off before he could teleport again. Still no aspiring champion, though. Finding this very strange. Oh my god, what is the Sorcerer doing? What's he doing? Dude. Wow. That was so unnecessary. He's playing so risky, and now the Warlock has got into melee with the CSM, who are on minimal HP. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Shroom is not playing half as good as he should be. Fucking hell, that special. Ooh, Guardians need to be really careful. They might wipe here. Problem is, the Sorcerer is going to go down as well. Unless he can teleport out right now, one more hit's going to kill him. He does. Okay, so he gets the Guardians. Oh, but the Warlock's chasing this Sorcerer. Oh, he's got the speed. He's got them speeds. One hit. One hit. Sorcerer goes down. Wait, what is he doing? He's going for Noise Marines? Does he not realise that, you know, Bestnoob hasn't actually bought any tier 1.5 units? Okay, he cancelled it. He must, yeah. He's so far behind. He's got to be able to take all the map now. Why is he sending both his heretics here? This little weak 5-man heretic squad, just go send it to Cap. It doesn't need to be here. It's not going to contribute anything to the combat anyway. And you're going to win the combat. Bestnoob's only got 2 units. Neither of which even have an aspect as of right now. Falcon's on the way. A lot of DPS coming in on those the CSM from the Guardians. They managed to force them off, but only just. Okay, the weak Heretic squad is running off down the side now to cap. Raptors are trying to take down a power node, not the best usage. See some Shuriken weapon teams coming out. Massive, massive VP lead for Bestie. Raptors are bricking it because the Warlock's after them, but then they don't move straight away, so the Warlock nearly gets into melee charge range. Oh, he does! There you go. Now Raptors have to retreat. Beautiful. Shroom is playing so incredibly sloppy. I'd be very surprised if he won this. Have we seen any upgrades yet? No. No, we're not. Don't know what's going on.
Our temple's dark majesty grows with our power.
Banshees get their Exarch, Raptors are getting Aspiring Champion, we see double Shurikens out. CSM are trying to force off the Warlock, but probably get beaten in range by him, given how tanky he is and that he's in green cover. Yeah, so they back off. Well, he's going to teleport the last Havoc forward, but it was a bit of a conservative teleport. I don't think he gets it. No, he doesn't. Trying to make plays, but not really achieving it, unfortunately. And I think that's going to be GG. Losing the Aspiring Champion, another model on the Raptors. Loses a model on the Havocs. Sorcerer's nearly dead. No map control, 140 VPs. This is just futile. Level 4 Warlock already. Finally see the Warlock leader coming in for the Guardians. No aspect yet though. Shroom does have enough red for another play if he wants to make it with some teleporting shit, but I'm just really doubtful, to be honest. It's going to be so incredibly difficult. Why is the Sorcerer running forward? He needs to go eat Heretics. He's blob capping with his Heretics as well. One of them should be down here getting a back cap. Oh, he's going for Sigil. Okay. Sigils it in and wipes himself. Yeah, and then concedes. Fucking hellfire. Jesus Christ. Oh, I think I nearly broke my jaw yawning then. Fuck me. So I got to fight Bestnoob next. But I need a shower. Fucking sweaty. Well, that was a series. I'll leave the rest to Adilla. Peace, guys.